It is time for war. Oh my goodness. Tyvis Powell here with Dustin Fox. And it is the game week. Dustin, it's been all year. We've been waiting 365 days for a chance to get back at them. I think it's been somewhere, I think they said it's like 2,191 days or something like that since we last beat them, which was 2019 because they ducked us in 2020. Oh, Dustin, how you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling good, man. I'm looking forward to this game this weekend. Obviously, I'll be doing a game sort of during the same time. My game kicks off at 1 o'clock. We're out at
And
BYU. I know, dude. Every year it seems like my games that I'm working have the same kickoff time as the game. But dude, come on. I mean, you think I'm not gonna have the iPad on like next to me in the booth as we're kind of peeking down?
I mean, it's only natural. It's only natural.
100%.
I actually get a chance to be there. So I haven't been to the game since the last time I played in it. So 2015. The tailgate, the Big Ten tailgate show actually is doing it from there this year. So obviously I'm gonna do the show, which is a 2-hour show. Make sure y'all tune into Big Ten Network to watch that. And then after that, I'm gonna get down there and I'm gonna watch the game from the sideline, which will be really, really cool. It's supposed to be cold though, man. Like 30 degrees and potential snow. I'm like, oh man.
Bro,
But
it's supposed to be very, very chilly.
yeah, well, that ain't gonna stop nothing. So, how you feeling? What's going on? What's
Feeling
your
good. I'm feeling good, man. I don't think this game's going to be very close.
oh? Oh, see, I don't want you to say that. Like, cause see, when people say stuff like that, then that's when bad things happen. Like when you look at it, it shouldn't be. But see, the problem is everybody is so up in arms about last year, and then I work with T-Bone. He been alive, and he was here for the '90s with Cooper and stuff like that. And everybody just has in their mind like if you've been a fan that long and you've seen the 90s, like you feel
Mhm.
like this can be like the 90s. Like Ryan Day can have all these great teams, but there's always that Achilles heel of the Wolverines. And I don't know, maybe because I wasn't old enough to witness the 90s, but this team just feel different. And like even Coach Day just comes off as different than he did last year. Like I said, I know, last year they were 20-point favorites going into that game, and just
Mhm.
weird stuff just happened in that game, man, that made them lose. But I don't. Why do you feel like a blowout though?
Because I think last year taught this team a very valuable lesson, and that lesson is it doesn't matter how poor you think your opponent appears in this game specifically, it doesn't matter, and I don't think that Ohio State I I don't think they're going to take this game lightly, even though Michigan's having. I mean, it's a better year than last year for
Well, I
Michigan.
mean, this is a big year for them. I mean, if they win, they make the CFP. If they don't, they're done. Like they're not making the CFP. So, like they have everything riding on this game as far as
Yeah,
postseason.
well, they're not winning the game.
Yeah, I agree with you, but I'm just telling you that the Wolverines have a lot. Like their season is pretty much riding on this game if they want to continue, you know, to play for like the championship. So that to me, I feel like you're gonna get their best shot. I don't know, like when I look at this Wolverine team, like obviously it starts with the quarterback, Bryce Underwood,
Mhm.
5-star guy, number one quarterback in the class, got paid with like $12 million or something like that to come to the Wolverines. And week one, I was like, everybody was talking about Arch, and I'm like, no, Bryce actually he looked all right. Like he can sling the peel. He's got a nice arm. And then I was there. I was there for the tailgate show. Was there when they played. I want to play with Central Michigan, and he had a big game. I think that was the first game Sharon Moore was suspended, and he's been talking about how he wants to run the ball, but like Sharon wouldn't let him run. So when he was suspended, they allowed him to run the ball, and he had a really big game. But like since then, he really ain't really wowed me. Like I think he got like 9 or 10 touchdown passes on the season. So it's not like he's slinging the thing around. And then obviously when you think of them, they always ran the ball very well. That's just what they do. If you're gonna play the Wolverines, you're gonna have to stop the run. And they was down at their third string against Maryland, and he went for 100 yards. So that offensive line is legit. But I don't know. Like I feel like as long as we tackle and people stay in their gaps, like if it comes down to him having to make a play to win the game, I'm not necessarily sure he can do that.
I think that's fair. I also think that how the Buckeyes come out in this game will determine how they play and how the outcome of the game, what it ends up being. Because, like, how many times did you play up there? Two or three?
Twice.
So
I only played at home once because I redshirted my freshman year, and I played in 3 games. So I only played at home once. That's crazy.
Did you leave early?
I mean, I redshirted, played 3, and left. So I did 4 years. I had 1 more year of eligibility. Yes.
Okay. Do you wish you to come back?
If NIL was a thing, I would have.
Yeah.
Outside of that, no, I wouldn't change nothing.
Okay. Well, I played up there my freshman year, and we played up there my junior year. My freshman year, we were heavy underdogs. We didn't have a very good year, regular season wise.
What year was this?
This is 01.
Okay.
And we go up there, and we just Jonathan Wells was like first half was running like shit through a tin horn. I mean, it was just we were downhill. I mean, it was one of the better first halves I've been a part of in my career.
Mm-hmm.
And we got, I forget the halftime score, but we were up significantly on them, and we ended up holding on in the end. Then my junior year, we go up there. They're I believe
03?
03, yeah, 100th game.
This is funny because I talked to Coach Tress today. He called in the radio and he talked about particularly 03. Was this the year that y'all usually went to visit the stadiums and he didn't take y'all to the stadium because it was like construction?
That sounds about right. I don't really remember why we didn't.
He blamed that as one of the reasons why y'all lost, because he said every away game he used to take y'all to go see the stadium because he didn't want y'all first time to see the stadium to be game day. And he made the mistake of not doing it because they said it would take like an hour to get in and get out because of all the construction. And he feels like that has something to do with what led to y'all losing, which
I can see that.
I guess that's what he was saying today.
Well, I don't know that was the reason why we lost the game, but I know that we lost the game because we came out flat and we just didn't have a good first 2 quarters of the game. And then we woke up in the second half and we made it close and we made it a ball game, but it was too little too late. And that's why, like, whoever, I think, especially if you're on the road, you got to come out like fast start. You got to get on them early. And the Buckeyes are a big time favorite in this game. And Michigan knows, dude. Like, they know they're going to be in for a dogfight, and they're playing a much, much more talented team. So is like some of our coaches used to say, Mel Tucker used to say all the time, he's like, give them what they want and give them what they expect. Mm-hmm. So you got to come out early and jump on them. And I think if they do that, like, I don't think this game will be close.
Well, hold on. Before I go, let me tell everybody about our friends at FanDuel.
Oh, yeah.
The NBA is back, and there's no better place to get in on the action than FanDuel, the official sports betting partner in the NBA. Even if you missed the start of the game or want to ride the hot hand, FanDuel has live bets on everything from who will score next to fourth quarter comebacks. Plus, you can even combine your live bet into a same game parlay for a shot at a bigger payout. It keeps every game exciting, especially when your team's making that late push. Right now, FanDuel is giving new customers $300 in bonus bets when your first $5 bet wins. So head to FanDuel.com/UCSS to sign up and play your game with FanDuel, the official sports betting partner of the NBA. So you talk about going up there, and a lot of fans is like, what's the biggest difference? I'm weird because I actually enjoy away games. I really do. It's no better feeling than getting on that bus and that bus pulls up to that stadium. And as you pulling in, or you get everybody flipping you the bird and booing you. I
Yeah.
love it. Dustin, I used to love that. I used to love it. You get off the bus with your headphones on, so you can't hear nothing that's going on, but you can just see the gestures. And I'm just trying to not pay attention to them. Like, I'm just trying to keep my eyes focused. And then you get into the locker room, and obviously the Wolverines got that dang tunnel where you share it. And 13
Oh
was
yeah, it's terrible.
13 was wild for me because like I didn't know all of this. Like I knew of it, but I didn't know it, like how real it gets. So we go out there. We go out. I go, I get dressed, I get warm up and stuff. I go out and warm up. I come back in, and I think the receivers came back last, or they either came back later or last. I don't know, but I was in the locker room when they came back in. And they was like yelling, and the door just kept swinging open. It's going on. So all I see is more of the team just keep running over to the door. So I'm like, oh, they in the tunnel chirping. So they got their door open, we got our door open. So obviously Coach Meyer comes and the coaches come breaking up and blah blah blah. So at this moment, I'm like, oh, this is for real. Like, this is about to go down. So I'm feeling hyped. So then we already upset about all of this. So when we come out, obviously, I think we came out first. Either they come out first, or I can't remember who it was. But make a long story short, the band was sitting in the tunnel when we came out. So we so mad, and then we start slapping the band's sticks out their hands and knocking their instruments over, stuff like that.
Man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was everybody. We didn't care about nothing. We didn't care about nothing. And then obviously we came out, and then the chirping is just going on for warm-ups and stuff. It was so just, it was like a dream come true. It's everything that you wanted out of a rivalry game, man. I don't know, man, just to get booed, like I feed off of that. Like to hear them boos, because to me, my thing is this. Like, I love the fact that you're doing that because there's no better feeling than making you say, shut up, sit down, shut up. Okay. Thank you for coming to the game. Have a safe drive home, but it's not happening today. And I just really lived off of that. And I think a lot of the guys that I played with felt the same way. We had a fight in our game at 13, like all the stuff. We had Marcus Hall got thrown out, flipped the whole crowd off, and it was 13 was great. I don't care.
I was at that game.
Nobody say that game was so lit, man. So I hope that I say all that to say, man, you got to have fun and then just embrace this rivalry, man. I just feel like for the past couple of years, man, Ryan Day just been too. He changed everything about it. And for me, when you first hear about, like, because you feel like it's tradition to have, you do the thing with the band, they take you through Script, Ohio that Sunday after the last game, or the game before the rivalry game. That was one thing. He changed that this year. Senior tackle, he moved that a couple of years ago. Having former players and coaches come in, like we had Chris Spielman and Earl Bruce, God rest his soul. Earl Bruce will come in and give the speeches and stuff. Obviously, Earl is not here with us to do that anymore, but like I just feel like a lot of the traditions around it kind of got moved, and I feel like he did that to try to make players lock in more. But like I feel like it takes away from the fun of the rivalry. Like I feel like they're missing out on that component of it, like what goes into that week. But my thing with that is ultimately, if it helps you win the game, I don't have a problem with it. The only time is a problem is when you don't win the game. And obviously that's been the situation. I know this year, for the first time in a long time, they're flying. Did you bust when you went?
Oh yeah. Yeah. We bust up and then
flew back or bust back?
Well, I mean, I remember the 2 times I played there, we bust there. And after the game, I just rode home with my parents.
Yeah, so I think it's the tradition to bus up there and bus back, but they're flying this year, which is a first, which whatever. I don't have a problem with that. Ultimately, I just think the difference between this year and all these other years with him is that that team criticized him when he lost last year. that he got vulnerable with his players. They had a players only with him meeting, and he told them, y'all are free to say whatever you want to say, get it off your chest. There will be no consequences for anything that anybody says in this room.
Man, that's a dangerous proposition.
It was. But Mitchell Melton, shout out to Mitchell Melton. He with Virginia now. He was like, he basically called Ryan Day out. And he was like, I feel like you sold us out. Like, why did you do that? Why was the game plan that? Because everybody was scratching their head on what happened to the game plan. Why was you just running the ball into the heart of their defense? Why was you just throwing these short passes? What was you thinking? And he actually was honest, and he said that he saw the stat that whatever team wins the rush battle wins the game, and he fell victim to that. And I think for him, he just, I don't know, like, it's like they played mind games with him. Like, they got into his head. He hadn't been the same since the day Jim Harbaugh said the phrase, some people act like they hit a triple. Some people are born on third base but act like they hit a triple. When he said that, like, that kind of messed him up, and he never was the same after that, right? And he just, I don't know, he just like had rabbit ears. Like, he just heard everything, and he just became like kind of sensitive to a lot of stuff. And I felt like having that conversation with those players in that room that day after they lost last year, he's become such a better coach to where the outside noise doesn't affect him at all. You know, you look at some of the games that they played this year. Like, for example, I feel like they were used to, if the run game wasn't working, he would try to bang his head against the wall trying to get that run game to work. Where this year he was like, forget it. It ain't working. We just going to throw the ball, and we're going to beat you by 50 just throwing the ball. And I just feel like that's something that we hadn't seen out of him. And that's what's going to take for him to win this year. You know, you can have all the Dave Portnoys and all these guys say all this crazy stuff. But at the end of the day, for him, he just got to look at the game, go in there and say, this is what is working. While in the game, you figure out where's the mismatch at. Who is the guy that's the X factor in this game? And just keep spamming it. If you do that, they can't stop it. Like, their pass defense is not good. But let's say that they pass defense step up in the run game is light. Well, let's run the ball. And I think he's just done a great job of making those in-game adjustments this year. To me, that's why I'm kind of confident, like, they'll figure it out. Because I feel like after these last 2 weeks of watching them play, they showed me that they can win the game either way, running the ball or passing the ball. So figure out which one the Wolverines are struggling with and just spam it.
What's the big storyline about this game, you think?
The big storyline.
Is it just the fact that Michigan has won 4 straight?
Yeah. I mean, because it's not, I mean, when you look at it, even if you talk to Wolverines, like players or analysts, like they'll even tell you, like, when you talk a skill for skill, they don't have a chance. Like, the biggest chance that they have is if Jeremiah and Carnell don't play. Then they feel like, oh, it's an even game. We got a shot at this. But if both of those guys play, it's a wrap. Anybody that's a fan, anybody that's on that staff, no, like, we can't stop them. Their pass defense is not good. And you telling me you have 2 of the best receivers in college with a quarterback that's been humming? Like, they can't stop that. So their best bet is to hope that those guys aren't playing, which Jeremiah already came out on the podcast and said he's playing. So I don't know what Carnell Tate's status is, but Jeremiah said he's playing.
He's playing this game.
Who, Carnell or Jeremiah?
Jeremiah, for sure.
Yeah,
I mean, I know he said it. I would be shocked if Carnell doesn't play either. If the guy's got a pulse, I think he'll play.
I agree. And that's funny you say that, because that's what I've been saying to everybody since last week. I mean, everybody with the Carnell thing has been, well, he's been out for 3 weeks, and everybody's starting to be like, well, JSN, they said JSN was coming back and he never came back, and he just prepared for the NFL. So people think that's happening, and I'm just like, no. If that was, and then some people are like, well, maybe he's being disciplined for something, and I'm like, well, he was dressed to play in Purdue. I just think the reason that everybody has got their heads spinning about this is because Ryan Day just didn't come out and say what the injury was and how long he was going to be out. That's the problem with this. If he would have come out and said Carnell Tate tweaked his hamstring or tweaked his calf with warm-ups against Purdue, he's out 2 to 3 weeks, nobody would be saying anything. But the fact that he never said anything, and he just refuses to answer the question, makes everybody speculate. And now everybody's up in arms like, oh my gosh, they're not going to play. What are we going to do? And I'm just like, we'll be fine.
Yeah, I mean, even if he doesn't play, I do think they'll still be fine. Like Ohio State's defense is like all-time good.
I know. I keep but see, and you saying everything that I said, but their response is this. I was like, well, it's not like the Wolverines are going to score 20 points because you would have to score 20 points to beat Ohio State. Well, they said, well, last year Ohio State, they beat Ohio State and they scored 13 points. It was 13-10. And I said, as bad as last year's performance was, right? This is the thing that people don't really think about. Last year, the offense was bad, the defense was good. As bad as that was, Ohio State still wins that game if the kicker makes both field goals. He missed both of them. If he makes them, they win 16-13, and we're not even talking about this. So I just, as bad as that performance was last year offensively, it will never be that bad again. So therefore, I can at least see us scoring 17 points. I don't see the Wolverines scoring twice. I just don't.
I don't see them moving the ball that much. You know, this year it's a great stat from the game notes, Buckeyes game notes. Is, you know, this year they've held 10 consecutive opponents under 300 yards. The only other time Buckeyes.
Yeah.
The only other time that they've held more than that was the 2019 defense. They held 11 straight opponents under 300 yards. Outside of this year in 2019, that's never happened since 1960 for the Buckeyes.
But see, that's another thing. Like, for the defense is so good this year that, like, this is the funniest part to me is you have to be good post snap when you play in this defense, and to ask college kids to be that smart and to process that fast, it's unheard of. It's unfathomable. You can't do that. Like, especially if you've never seen it or gone against it before. Like, you're telling me you want to, which the offensive line is great for the Wolverines, by the way. They are one of the best in the country. That's why they're able to have whoever at running back and still get 100 yards rushing. But outside of that, like, you're asking them to post snap while people are moving as fast as they can, process who's blitzing and who's dropping, and then you're asking a quarterback to dictate who's blitzing, who's dropping, what coverages it is, who am I supposed to go to? Like, that's just a freshman. Like, that's that. I just think that the fact that this Wolverine team is young is the problem. Now, I tell you what, you give them 2 years from now, I think they will be something, a force to reckon with, because the Andrew Marsh wide receiver is really good. The Donovan McCulley, he's a good player. But if Justin Hayes was playing, he's a really good running back. If he's not playing and Jordan Marshall can't go, you know, that's tough, man. Like, that's just a tough ask. I just don't see it. If Ohio State don't fall to the narrative of trying to just run the ball into the heart of a defense to prove that you're the toughest team, then you'll be fine.
They're not trying to prove a point in this game other than just get the win and play this game the way that you played every other opponent this year. Play this game the way you played in the second half against Rutgers a week ago. Play this game like you did against Texas. If it's a tight ball game, you clamp down and you find a way to win the ball game. If it's a 21-14 game at the end of the day, I don't care, as long as the Buckeyes have the dub. Yeah, it'd be great to cover the spread and make all your boosters happy because they bet on the Buckeyes. But you know what? At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Get the W, and then we can go to Indy. We can knock off the Hoosiers, and we can end Mendoza's Heisman run and all these things. It's like, it's all right there in front of the Buckeyes. And after last year, you won a natty, but you were, you know, it wasn't an unblemished season because you lost to Michigan. And I do think Ohio State's got a really good chance to win the title again this year and be back-to-back champs. You know, but it'd be a hell of a lot nicer if you could do it with the win over Michigan.
I tell you what, this can be the first time since y'all in 2002 that a team could win the natty unblemished. You know, I was thinking about that too. Like, the reason y'all are seen as king is because y'all had no flaws. Y'all had no losses. I had a loss, and last year's team had 2 losses. This is the first team that can go back to back. They can change the rivalry. and they can go undefeated. Like that to me would be they might be up there in line with one of the like top championship teams. And I just think that they owe it to like the players from last year. You know, like is what better way to say like we respect what y'all did. We appreciate y'all for the championship and all those things, but we wanted to help you. Wanted to send these guys off with, you know, this win, this dub. You know, get them a dub to right this wrong. I just feel like it's so much that comes with the class that flips the narrative. Had they lost in 2000 before your first game?
Yeah.
So they were on a losing streak, and y'all.
I believe so. It has to be because that was the year they fired Cooper. They wouldn't have fired Cooper the year that they beat Michigan. No, so they had to lose.
Yeah, see, so like that gotta feel good to be a part of it. I guess I was there for a year after they lost. The year because they lost in 2011, and I was there in 2012, but I redshirted, so I didn't play. But like just to flip the tide, like just flip the narrative, like it matters. And I tell you what, people don't understand. Like them players in the moment, I never really understood how winning that game, like how much it matters as far as the fan base being able to talk. Because I was thinking about this, man. Like the reason you can't let them win is because, like you see a few years ago, CJ Stroud lost to him, and then you got Desmond trying to clown him at the Heisman. You got Dave Portnoy doing all this BS and stuff like that. Like they just don't know how to handle it. Like they out of line. It makes me upset that some of the clown antics that they do. And to me, like I just wanted to silence that for a year. Like I don't want to hear that stuff no more. I'm sick of seeing it because it's not right. Like it's such a fluky win. Like last year was such a fluky win. I just want to end it. But it was good for the rivalry to see them have some success.
I mean, it's always good for the rivalry. Like if you're an outsider looking at a rivalry, you want it to be about 50-50, you know? I mean, if the game goes
but Dustin,
one team's way.
We were about 7 games from tying them for the all-time record. That's what I want. I want the all-time wins. I'm sick of them having more wins than us in this rivalry. I want us to just go on a 20-year run so we could just go up by like 10 and we could be done.
What is the all-time series? 51-49?
No. They're up by they won the last place. It's like 11. They up by like 11 games. Trust me, we had it. It was down to like 7.
Officially, because of the 2010 vacated win, Ohio State documents the series record as 62-51-6 in favor of Michigan.
Told you. I told you. Before we do predictions, I got another read. I got to tell y'all about Home Builders Association, a home for the holidays. Give big this year with a Home for the Holidays raffle. You have a chance to win a beautiful new custom home or cash prize this holiday season and help make kids' wishes come true. And help make wishes come true for Make-A-Wish kids with critical illness. Raffle proceeds benefits Make-A-Wish OKI, which has granted over 22,000 wishes to children facing critical illnesses across the Ohio, Kentucky, and Indiana region since 1983. This year's house is a custom-built ranch by Petros Homes and has 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, and a 3-car garage. It also includes amazing features like a great room with vaulted ceilings that extend to the outdoors, an unbelievable kitchen with beautiful finishes, and a large hidden pantry, a mud room with open lockers and unique pet shower station. One lucky winner will be announced on December 24th, so get your $100 ticket now. Just visit ahomefortheholidays.org to buy your ticket. That's ahomefortheholidays.org. Terms and conditions apply. All right, Dustin, what is your official prediction? Score prediction.
31-10.
Oh, you you know what though? It's funny because Mine isn't that far off, but you want the 21. You want the dub. I got 24. Yeah. I got 24 to 10, which is I don't know. I feel like they defense going, man. Like I could see the weather's gonna play a part in it. The weather's going if it's supposed to be cold and we're snowing, so 24-10 seems about right. See about you want them to go out
24-10. All right. Well, I mean, we both got 10. I just took another.
No, they're not scoring more than 10. That's a fact. I'm gonna tell you that now.
No,
I don't see it. The Buckeyes just don't. Even if this game was close, like it'd be maybe 14-10, you could talk me into something like that, but they're not getting more than 10 points. This is just not going to happen.
I'm with you there, partner.
All right, y'all. Well, we appreciate y'all for pulling up. Y'all make sure y'all enjoy the game. Make sure y'all leave y'all predictions in the comment sections, and we will holler at y'all. It's time. All right, so with y'all, go Bucks.
Let's go.